Fairy Tail is back, and we finally get the conclusion to Athena's story, and much more than that. So the chapter starts off where we left off, where Duke is telling Elfsfina that Athena is a human being, not just a doll. Even though they keep using doll to describe all these characters, she isn't actually a full-on doll. The only mechanical parts she has are ones that are powering her, so it's an energy source. The rest of her is actually, alive, which is a little disturbing when you think about what you gotta do to create something living, but alright. So she wakes up for the first time, and Duke basically explains to her what her purpose is, basically to kill dragons and to serve Elfsfina. So basically she recognizes both men equally as her master. Which definitely makes the whole thing way easier when convincing her to help out. So she's sent out to eliminate some dragons, some low-level ones at that. And if you're wondering what a low-level dragon is, just watch the movie Dragon Cry. You'll quickly figure out what that is. If you haven't seen the movie, then just think of the Grand Magic Games, or a lot of those dragons were low-level, because let's be honest, most of them having an issue killing the Dragon Slayers when they were, pre-time skip. Now, when I first read that she had the ability to kill dragons, I was like, wait, she has Dragon Slayer magic already? That doesn't make sense, because they were stealing it before. Hell, the members of Fairy Tail also asked the exact same thing, and Elfsfina's response is, He literally just goes, which means she either does have Dragon Slayer magic, or there's a way to kill dragons without Dragon Slayer magic, which should be impossible, theoretically, but I don't know. We don't get an answer, and he just ignores the question altogether and continues on the story, where he explains that she's really powerful. Just too powerful and too out of control, where when she was killing dragons, she ended up wiping out an entire town. Now, this is not entirely her fault, because once again, she was a newly made creation, and she was not ordered to prevent collateral damage. She was just ordered to kill dragons, so she was doing her job. Elfsfina decided that maybe putting some common sense to her would be a good idea, so he wanted to basically have her tinkered with a bit, and he found out that Duke was dead. Apparently, alchemy is extremely dangerous, because a little mistake was made and cost him his life. This makes perfect sense, because this was once again over 100 years ago, and Duke isn't a dragon, so he wouldn't have been able to live for that long, at least not staying young at least. I mean, Warren's over 100. So everyone starts to question who that guy is then, the new Duke, and for some reason Sting decides to scare Yukino by saying that he might be a ghost. Obviously, they all start to ask, well, did they use alchemy to bring him back from the dead, like God Serena? And Elfsfina actually has no idea. He can't answer that question at all. And so, without Duke being able to reprogram Athena, he decided to seal her away. Seeing that she was so dangerous, he decided that he was just going to wait for another genius alchemist to show up. And then during the fight with Darmagon, of course, his heart got eaten and he ended up losing his memory on where he sealed away Athena. And that's basically where his part of the story ends. Next up is Athena, who's up and walking. Apparently she's, able to move around with a hole in her stomach. I mean, she technically is magic made, so I suppose as long as the magic is going through her, she's going to live. But yeah, Athena reveals that she's freed herself because Elfsfina's one who sealed her away. She couldn't go back to him. And because the Duke was dead, she was basically out of masters. And so she basically just went off on her own. And along the way, people started following her, which is what led to the White Wizard cult. Now, Jalal then reveals what was the origins of the cult, because Athena didn't start it herself, and she had no interest in being worshipped. What happened was that people started worshipping Zareth, the Black Wizard. And as a response, basically a fear of this cult, a White Wizard cult was basically born from it. Basically, the followers of Athena were just people who feared Zareth, and were basically just praying and worshipping her for her protection from the possibility of the return of Zareth. Now, even with all these followers and even being worshipped as basically a god, she was not fulfilled in life. And so, when this new Duke appeared and offered her a chance to find to be able to create emotion and such, she basically took the deal. And she explains that this Duke is not the real Duke, but he's also not a fake Duke. In fact, he is the concept of what the Duke is. And so it is revealed that the guild of the Golden Owl is, in fact, Vernus, the Golden Dragon God. And when I say the guild, I mean literally the guild building is Vernus. Apparently, Vernus has the ability just to will things into reality as long as he is able to have a concept of them, I suppose, which means he can just make people that are dead back to life. It is quite absurd. In fact, a dragon being a building is also pretty absurd. Now, when I say he's living in his building, I don't mean it's an illusion and his body's like, no. His body is gone. Elfman says that he has an actual dragon body. He's seen it, but no, that's gone now. He is now nothing more than a concept. So he exists as an idea. Other than that, he does not exist. He has no physical form, which means the building isn't actually a real physical building. It's a concept. I know that's weird, but it does make sense when you think about it. Selene already warned everyone that he was a concept, but I guess they didn't really understand until Athena painted a good picture of what he really is now. And so now they're all beginning to realize that they cannot kill him, that there is no physical way they can eliminate a concept. And so they're all freaking out, except for Natsu, who's like, yeah, whatever, we'll just kick his ass. But everyone keeps pointing out that, no, you can't just destroy concepts. That's not how things work. But then Athena says, no, he's right, there is a way. And then another cliffhanger. We don't get to know what that way is. The only way you can erase a concept is if you erase anyone's thought of what the concept is, because that's what a concept is, just thought. Does that mean you have to have like a wide-ranging spell or alchemy thing that can erase thought of Vernus from existence? Like, if he is forgotten, he does not exist anymore? That's really the only way I can think of destroying a concept. Otherwise, I do not know of a way to destroy something that technically doesn't exist. But hey, I guess we'll find out in 2 weeks. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more of Fairy Tail and other main things. Thank you and have a great day.